You know, I'm going to say something very controversial that you four might get mad at me for. I don't think these bitches are out of control. Hear me out. Hear me out. Right? No. Let me finish. On esteemed podcasts like Fresh Fit, I know you only invite the finest of ladies onto your podcast.
Of course.
Only the best.
The classiest of ladies.
The best of the best.
But you know, the problem is, I don't think there's anything wrong with any of these women. Let me tell you why. Because I've got, how many cars do we have, Andrew?
59.
59 cars.
Well,
So-
we brought the brand new Vantage,
Okay.
60.
60 cars. So today I was driving the BMW X6. It's got 5 seats. It ain't the fastest. I had to take everyone out to dinner. It had its use case.
You almost
right?
killed me, man. What do you mean?
Yeah,
Wasn't fast.
well, I mean,
What the fuck do you mean?
well, it's still a $200,000 car. It's the slowest shit I got, Myron. Come on, give me a break. But hear me out.
You almost
Nothing-
killed me.
There's nothing wrong with these women. Because let me tell you, as a man, as a connoisseur, an ex-connoisseur of women, I've now grown up. Obviously, my girlfriend's probably watching this stream, but I've grown up. But back in my womanizing days, right, I was known to date 1 or 2 women. I was known to do this, right? And when everyone's like, oh, these girls trash, she just wants to hang out with the millionaire on his boat and suck his dick. Let me tell you something. Sometimes when you're the millionaire and you're on your boat, you need someone to suck your dick. No questions asked. Now, the problem is when you try to use the wrong tool for the wrong job. So if I said, you know what, I'm going to take you all to the restaurant, let's jump in the Ferrari, it wouldn't work. And you'd be like, this is uncomfortable, this is bullshit, this simply isn't working. So when you take the girl who wants to be on the millionaire's boat and suck the millionaire's dick, and you try to wife her up, you've made a problem. But there are wives out there. The issue is people seeing the boat dick hoe and trying to make her the wife. And then people like you even are guilty of this on your podcast. You're like, you know, girls, you need to be like this if you're ever going to find a good man. It's too late for them. There's no saving them, Myron. The wives,
trying, man.
The wives are out there, and they're probably, no offense, not responding to your request to sell the person. They're just not. So nothing's wrong with anyone because everyone's got their use case. I'm telling you, I've been known to sit on boats and get my dick sucked, and I didn't marry any of them, and I had a wonderful fucking weekend. So what's wrong? Nothing.
There is a valid point that.
We're going
Yeah,
to jail.
we're gonna jail. There's a valid point.
Wow.
Let me try and save us from jail now by removing the gender from the argument.
Jail. Jail.
As a man, you have friends for business and friends that you come to who you need advice and friends you rely on in a fight. And then maybe you have a friend that you hang around with just because they're an idiot and you get drunk sometimes. And you have a friend for X and a friend for Y and a friend for Z, etc. As a man, if you have your game right and you're not the kind of emotional idiot who gives his heart away to anyone who touches his little pee-pee, because that's what happens with these guys.
Yes.
They meet a hoe and it's like, she touched my pee-pee. I love her.
She's the one.
Like an idiot, right? So what you have to do is just keep everyone firmly in their lane. Keep the wives as wives. Keep the hoes as hoes. Enjoy them for what they are, and enjoy the tapestry of life. You don't want all the girls to be hoes. And truthfully, for all the red pill traditional men out there, you don't want all the girls to be wives either, sir.
Yeah.
Don't lie to me.
You don't want.
Don't lie to me.
You don't want none of the girls to be hoes. I'm looking at you all.
What, zero?
Amen.
No, sorry.
Zero.
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you.
I love the hoes,
You
bro.
don't want none of them to be hoes. You don't want that.
I love the hoes, bro.
So you keep them in the right.
Just saying.
If you keep them in the right place, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
So whose fault is it actually?
The man's fault.
It's the man's fault because he gets emotional when they touch his little pee-pee.
Exactly.
That's what
Because
happens.
men ain't men now, though.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
And they have full-on emotional breakdowns, and they end up pouring their heart out to some random bitch. And she's like, "Well, I didn't want this. I just want. You should regret what happened, like I do. Why are you telling me you love me? It's disgusting. It's vile." And then they just flood her with money, and they manage to keep her around because her bills need paying. Then they get down on one knee and end up cucked out, and bro, fighting Dylan Dennis and all this sorts of crazy.
Listen, enjoy
That
the
was
experience,
crazy.
guys.
Like, that's a perfect example
Yeah.
of like when your girl does stupid shit, how it can come back to literally haunt you. She made the dude.
Oh, are we
Logan
gonna talk
Paul-
about this?
Hey man,
Well,
like,
isn't that our best friend though?
Let's because I'm going to try and segue because I'm trying to avoid internet beefs, bro. I want to say something. My life is hard. I got government 1 after me. I got government 2 after me. Government 3 after me. They're trying to put me in jail. I got to go to court. I'm on bail. I got to pay the bills. Baby mama's crying. Why do you only give me $100,000 this month? Bro, I don't need internet beef. I don't need it. So I'm just trying to behave. But I'll let you carry on.
yeah, I know. I mean, yeah.
He's like,
It's just
but-
like, bro, I just got to keep it a million. Like, yo, that is a perfect example of a girl tarnishing everything you worked for off of her doing some dumb shit 10 years ago.
The thing is about women is, as misogynistic as people pretend I am, because I'm not a misogynist, I actually love women so much that I want to guide them towards the light so they understand themselves better so they don't make these mistakes.
That is
I'm
true.
a nice guy.
That is true.
That's why all these women send me love letters. But the truth is, as a man, if you have a good woman can be the best thing about your life and your greatest source of strength. And if you have a bad woman, she'll fuck your head up and fuck your life up and fuck your reputation up on every level. A woman can make or break a man's life. Same job, same house, same car, same dog, same sofa, same bed. Different bitch, different reality.
Yeah.
Bro, different reality. And even worse, you'll notice this the most when you have a girl who flips, who was cool, and now she ain't. And you're like, everything was good. Now you're upset. What? Over what? And you'll see. But a woman can make or break a man's life. That's why it's so important you make the correct decisions and you don't end up taking the wrong woman from the wrong background, trying to put a triangle in the square circle. You remember when you were a kid and you had that little ball?
Yeah.
And you had the triangle,
Yeah.
and the triangle shape, and you had the square shape, and you had the hoe shape.
Yeah.
And you had the hoe circle.
Marcel's still working on it.
Yeah.
You know the hoe hole, and you know the wife hole. You're all fucking kerfuffled.
You're kerfuffling.
You're kerfuffling with the hose, and then you're wondering why you're upset your whole life. Bruh.
Yeah, your girl is over here posting pictures of herself in her prime, fucking up your prime. Now you can't sell the prime, and you're looking fucking crazy in your prime.
How about
you know what I'm saying? Like,
enjoy
goddamn.
enjoy the experience, enjoy the ride, and wait for the whole facts to show up. Once that shows up,
But
the whole
that's
facts.
what I'm trying to say. Like, these photos
Yeah.
happened like 10 years ago when she was in her prime, by the way.
Yeah.
Now he's in his prime, trying to sell fucking prime, and the stock is going down on
Oh,
the
you're
prime.
funny, you're funny.
While he's in his prime.
You're funny, bro.
Like, what the fuck is going on here, bro?
And the number one thing to look for all those dudes out there who aren't maybe as experienced as Walt, the womanizer.
What?
The number one
Walt,
thing,
that is disgusting.
Walt, you misogynistic womanizer. I know you've been with too many girls. So listen, for all of those Christian men like me who haven't been with many women, let me give you some advice. So if you've been with as many women as Walt, you learn this. You learn this. The number one thing you need to look for, and I was telling a young man this recently, is honesty. Now, hear me out. Right.
Walt.
You get a choice of two chicks, right? You get a choice of two chicks. One of them says, "Hi, my body count is 8, and I used to be a stripper in college." Oh. Cool, all right?
Okay.
The other one says, "My body count is 2, and I've never worked as a stripper." But then you find out her body count's actually 5, and she did work as a stripper for 1 day. Now, you might think the one with the higher body count who worked as a stripper for a longer time is a worse girl, but the other one's worse because everything you find out that means her story was a lie, you could basically times by 100. Her body count's 300. She's been stripping and hooking her entire life. So what you actually want to look for is honesty. When girls come at you, you meet the girl who's like 25 and she's like, "Oh, my body count's 1." You're like, and it takes months of investigation to ever believe that kind of story if you have the experience. But if you meet a girl who's 25 goes, "Oh, my body count's 6. I met these guys and they didn't take me seriously." At least she's telling the truth. Telling the truth is the number one thing you want to look for, and it's probably the number one green flag, and the number one red flag is lying. Because if you think that you know a girl's body count is 3, but then some 4th ex-boyfriend messages you, "Hey, I was with her too," and you're like, it's actually 4. It's 4,000. It is 4,444,444. Because if you think you're looking at the tip of the iceberg, be like, I see the whole picture now, for I was blind and now I see, you are wrong.
That's true.
If
That's actually.
my body count's 10, you're like, all right, well, fucked up a lot, but at least she's honest to me.
That's actually an interesting law of the universe, and you could apply this to nearly anything. It's not just girls, friends, anything. Whatever you catch someone doing, the odds of catching people doing